Hi, it's great to see you again. I'm Abbey Gibb, your personal holistic nutritionist, and this is another episode of Tired Girl Recipes. Why? Well, because nobody's got time for that. On this episode, we are talking about veggie fries, which really is one of my favorite things. I say all the time that if I could eat just two things every single day, it would be a green juice and French fries, but this is a much healthier version. So here's a story of how we all got here. I was over at Staley Farm Market, which I love, always great to buy organic, buy local, and I'm looking at all these veggies and I'm looking at like celery root and rutabaga, and first off, no idea what those are. Secondly, no idea how to cook them. And they told me, hey, Abs, you just cut them up and you can just make them into fries. And I was like, what? Or essentially you can make them into chips. So we're gonna show you how to start using some different veggies into your daily diet in a really great way. It's also a great way to get kids to start to eat as well. So the first one we're gonna do is a paleo version of breaded fries. There's a lot of air quotes. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need is your bowls. You take your 2 eggs, crack those bad boys in there, like so. Now don't worry, for my vegan friends that are watching, we're gonna do a vegan version too, so it's all good. So essentially we're gonna make a very healthy version of the bread. You just take your fork and you're going to whisk your eggs like this. Now the veggies that I'm picking here are a lot of really funky ones that you probably haven't heard of. We're talking about like celery root and rutabaga. Those are great, and I'll explain their health benefits in just a second. So the next thing we have here is flax meal. So it's just ground up flax seeds instead of using regular flour. And I like to add, for me, a little boca en fuego situation, right? A little fire. So I am gonna use crushed chilies on that one. That's what looks how pretty that is. And some organic taco seasoning as well. So just a little bit of that for some fire, right? How good is this? And plus, this is a really great thing to take up to a party so that you are not munching on all of those awful fried foods. So how do we do it? Essentially, you're gonna take your zucchini here and you want to cut them into what looks like steak fries. So you just cut it like this, lengthwise like that, and then just cut it again, simple. And you wanna make them a little thicker because I have found that the longer you put them in there, they start to shrivel up. And I feel like a Pinterest fail, and I don't want you to feel that way either. So you're just gonna have them be nice and thick, and surprisingly enough, these are going to be a lot smaller later on. So you chop, 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 just like this, and they're gonna look essentially like chips or fries near the end. And here's one more thing. I mean, whoever would eat rutabagas or celery roots, but they have a fantastic amount of potassium and vitamin C. Those are things that are so helpful for your immune health, gut health, balancing your hormones as well. Okay, so now we're gonna take essentially the zucchini and we just dip it in the egg here as the coat, and then you bread it just like so. Let's take another one and coat, 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 do the coat dance, and then bread, bread, bread. And again, you're using flax meal, so I mean, the more the merrier. This is just adding extra fiber to your day. With your sticky fingers, grab this and essentially put them on there just like so. So that is the paleo version, all right? Now let's do the vegan version, which is just warmed up coconut oil, and then this is garlic powder mixed with Himalayan sea salt. So for this bad boy, we just dunk him, have him a nice little coconut oil bath, put him there, and then with your fingers, just drizzle a little bit on there. And let's, I don't know, do this one, right? I love putting peppers because peppers have a fantastic amount of vitamin C. Again, this all came from Staley Farms, all organic. Love that. And then you plop, plop, plop all the way through and then put them in the oven. Look at these beauties. And then 2 dipping sauces, honey mustard, stay a little healthy, and also vegan ranch, which you can find at most health food stores. On that note, oh yeah, let's dig in, right? This is another episode of Tired Girl Recipes. I am your personal holistic nutritionist, Abbey Gibb. Until next time, dip you later.